This is another sad day at the office. Why is it a sad day at the office? Because I woke up today, went on my Instagram. No, it was even from my Discord, from Lionhart Funding Discord server. One of the traders sent a picture or a screenshot there, and when I read what was there, my day was already spoiled. You can see from this screenshot, my funded trader posted this communique about an hour ago or two, a couple of hours ago, just saying their services have been temporarily suspended. Bro, this is the same path my Forex fund last year took this same path. They started by suspending part of their services and then boom, they were gone. So why does this even concern me? All right? Why does this even concern me? The funded trader alone, I've gotten payouts more than $50,000 with the funded trader. Everything documented on this channel. Go and watch, but check on this channel, you see all those videos. Before my funded trader also went down, I'm already using went down because even their website, if you go on their website, it just shows it's empty, it just shows the countdown, 21 days. Who knows, maybe they're not going to be back again. Before they went down, I had $600,000 with the funded trader. That was max capital allocation. So that also affects me. The same thing happened with my Forex fund last year. Before they went down, I've gotten almost, you can see all these payouts came directly from my Forex fund last year. And before they went down again, I've gotten almost about $50,000 with them. And boom, they went down and I also lost almost about $600,000 in max capital allocation. This is a shocking wave to the entire industry because after FTMO, the biggest prop firm out there that people were looking up to was a funded trader. I've worked on the back end. I've been trading for 9 years. And when I started in Forex trading, I started with a prop firm. I started with a prop firm even before all these prop firms started popping up here and there. So I know how the algorithm works. I know how the system works. Talking about the funded trader itself, I have worked on the back end of the funded trader. I've worked with the funded trader and I've partnered with the funded trader. If you guys can remember last year, I used to recommend you guys to buy prop firm accounts with the funded trader because I have worked with them and I know who was their service provider. Behold, when I was planning to come up with a Lionhart Funding program, which we launched a couple of weeks ago, and it's a great success already, the prop firm, my prop firm Lionhart Funding program is already a great success. We already have almost about 300 traders on both funded and live accounts trading, waiting for their payout after their first cycle. So before I even came up with Lionhart Funding program, remember, we're looking for a service provider. That's why it took me almost about a year. Right? You guys are going to be able to know the whole background, why some of these prop firms are very unstable. Right? Took me almost about a year to be able to rally all the partners. If you guys can remember, back in 2023 last year, I was on a world tour and I went to almost about 28 countries non-stop, was documenting everything. Even though I was on the way with my family, it wasn't only about vacation, I was also securing a lot of partnership. I secured a lot of partnerships so that we could look for angel investors to be able to put in seeding and capital to get you guys ready for funding. Because I wanted my prop firm to be backed by real liquidity. That's what I wanted my prop firm. So I succeeded. That's why it took us almost about a year to launch Lionhart Funding program. I succeeded, and those partners put in place more than millions upon millions of dollars waiting for you guys to get funded and trade with those funds. Meaning, at Lionhart Funding program, we are not even interested in your challenge fee. What we are interested in is to look for consistently profitable traders who can trade on our live funds. Because the more you'll be trading on our live funds, the more we are going to be making money. The agreement is going to be simple. We have the right to copy your trade. If you are using one lot size, we can be using 10 lot size. It's simple. That's what they call proprietary trading. That's a prop firm. All right. So many prop firms have missed their calling. Let me just put it that way. Many prop firms have missed it. They don't know what's happening. They don't even know how to run a business. And then they join without having a sustainable measure or a sustainability plan. Before I go into that, I read this book about a year ago. I currently have it in my office. And it's a book by Richard Branson. All right, and the book just says screw business as usual. Just screw business. This particular book, I'm going to put a screenshot there. You can see it. It just says screw business as usual. And something that I picked, when anytime you read a book, there's no way after a year you're going to be remembering everything that was inside. So one thing I picked from this book, which is going to be a great lesson, is if you are getting into any endeavor, you need to be able to see it as a long-term endeavor. You need to be able to have a sustainability plan in place. And this guy is owning Virgin Atlantic, he's owning even Virgin Active, he's owning Virgin Airlines, this guy owns a lot of businesses, and that's his secret. He's even owning, I think he has even a space company, all right? Virgin something for space. This guy owns a lot, and his secret, anytime he's getting into business, he has the sustainability plan in place. He asks himself, how can I still be here 10 years to come? How can I still be here 20 years to come? How can I still be here 50 years to come? So that was the first question I asked myself when I was coming up with Lionhart Funding program. That was the first question. How can we still be here 10 years to come? How can we still be here 20 years to come? And one of the answers which I got after answering that question was to be able to get a lot of funds before even venturing into prop firms. All right? Because if you venture into prop firms, when you don't even have funds back in your operation, that's when people start doing shady things. They don't want to pay out. They start accusing you of shady things, of EAs, of that or that. No, we don't have those hidden rules in Lionhart Funding program because we have a sustainability plan in place. Now let's talk about the funded trader. The funded trader, the service provider or the tech behind the funded trader was FXPX. I remember about a year ago, same time last year, when I was planning to look for the service provider for my prop firm, I obviously needed a tech, all right? By that time, I was working with the funded trader, and the first people I thought of was FPFX. I had Zoom sessions with them, almost about 3 to 4 Zoom sessions. I think if I recorded some of those Zoom sessions, I'm going to show you. I had a Zoom session with FPFX almost about 3 to 4 times, but something was always there as an off button to be like, no, this is not someone to get as the tech behind your prop firm. This is not someone to get as a tech behind your prop firm. And back then, let me tell you guys, let me share something with you guys which I've never shared on any of my channels, right? The reason why, one other thing that also made me not to go with FPFX is when I was talking with them, they say, okay, you are planning to come up with your prop firm. And the whole prop firm industry is very, very unstable now. And we already have one trader, or we already have one client from South Africa who is coming up with a prop firm. So if you are planning to come up with your own prop firm, you need to incorporate the prop firm in a different jurisdiction. So what happened is this guy, he didn't succeed on that prop firm. For me, the prop firm is not a day job, bro. It's not for kids. Not anyone can run a prop firm. Let's give this guy some credit. Let's give us some credit, right? So they said, okay, this guy has already signed an agreement with us to say no one from the same South Africa, because South Africa has a good enabling environment. It's good to run a business from South Africa has the same business condition or the business enabling environment, the same like Dubai. So this person said, okay, he wants to be the main person. He wants to be able to own the territory. So if anyone is coming up to form a prop firm, the person shouldn't incorporate the prop firm in South Africa. I was like, really? They said yes. I was like, okay, thank you. I moved. That was the last thing that just turned me off. And then I went for other service providers that were even more solid and robust than FPFX. You see, but today, the guy, I did my investigation, and I could see, I know the guy who signed that agreement with them, but today, the guy didn't even form the prop firm. The prop firm is not even live, more than a year ago. So that's just to tell you, I know the whole history behind the funded trader. And as of now, I don't want to say something I'm not sure about. I don't know why they are changing their partnership, because if you can see on the write-up they put on Twitter or on Instagram, they said they are changing their write-up or they are changing their partnership. So I don't know the conflict they are having with FPFX. You know, when you have an agreement with people, when you start making a lot of money, one thing that is very dangerous for partnership is when people become greedy. So I've seen this. I saw this with the funded engineer or something, where they were also partnered with what? With FPFX. They started making a lot of money, they became greedy, and they wanted they wanted to have their own in-house service provider. That was the first time. Remember, they went down after some time. They went down, but they tried to come back up with a different broker. But that was what happened. So I don't know if the same thing, if that's the same thing that has happened to the funded trader, if they have become greedy and now they don't want to share again with FPFX, or I don't know what happened. Now I own my own prop firm. I don't know what's happening with the funded trader, or I am not partnered with them. So what is the way forward? I used to always advise you, the way you use prop firms is to generate capital for your private account. Full stop. The way you use prop firms is to generate capital for your private account. These prop firms can come and go. All right, these prop firms can come and go, although Lionhart Funding program is still going to be there 10 years, 20 years, 50 years to come. But I'm just giving you guys like a buffer or like a catalyst that you should be able to use at the end, or and like an antidote, right, or an antivirus, in a way you want to call it. Anytime you get into prop firms, I want you to treat it this way. A prop firm is the best thing that has ever happened to any Forex trader, because an average Forex trader won't have $15,000 in his account to trade, won't have $100,000 in his account to trade, won't have $400,000 in his account to trade. So when you join prop firms, all right, make sure you already have a strategy which is already profitable. Use these prop firms to generate capital for your private account. The funded trader went down. I'm only just crying for my $600,000 max capital allocation I had with them. But even if they don't come back up, trust me, bro, I'm not going to beat myself in any way. I already got more than 50,000. I already got my return on investment. They call it return. So always ask yourself, have I gotten back the return? If I've spent $5,000 in buying prop firm accounts, have I been able to get payouts more than $5,000? I've gotten more than 3,000% return on investment on whatsoever I've ever invested on buying prop firm account. So even if they don't come back, they don't owe me anything. I'm just gonna move away and leverage other prop firms and still make a lot of money. Because why? I was trading it with what? With that antivirus at the back of my mind to say, okay, the main reason why I'm trading these prop firms is to raise capital for my private account, private brokerage account. Maybe that account is with XM or is with IC Market. The main reason why I'm trading is to raise capital and put in this account, because these prop firms, even if they have to disappear tomorrow, this money in this private account is still going to be there waiting for me. I can trade it the way I want. No one is controlling me. I can withdraw anytime I want. No one is going to be able to keep 10% or 15%. So that is the best advice I can give you. And which prop firm can you go with? Obviously, I'm going to recommend Lionhart Funding program, my prop firm, because why? Like I said, it took us almost about a year to be able to launch Lionhart Funding program, because we wanted the prop firm to be backed by real capital. Come to us, and if you know how to trade, it's going to be a win-win situation. We are looking for traders who know how to trade, not gamblers. If you know how to trade, we're going to put you on our live funds. The more money you make, the more money we are going to make. Win-win situation. That's why it's a prop firm founded by a pro trader for traders' interest. All right, we have account sizes ranges from $5,000 to up to $400,000, and you can get $600,000 max capital allocation. And anytime you become profitable, you can scale up to $2.5 million. We have challenges ranging from the one-step challenge, two-step challenge, right up to the three-step challenges. And we accept EAs and EFT and HFT. We don't have EAs are welcome, HFT is welcome. So that's just what I wanted to say about my Forex my funded trader situation. If you're one of those traders that had your account with the funded trader, I'm sorry for you. This is the industry. Just follow my advice. Make sure you just make sure you subscribe to this channel or any channel, anything I'm involved. And if you follow my advice, you will always be safe. Make sure everything you are doing today should be profitable. Check out the link on the video description to be able to get your accounts with Lionhart Funding program. And if you are getting your account today, you will get it at a 30% off discount. Just use the code on your screen, Lionhart Funding build to last. All right, that's the code on your screen, LFP build to last. Use it on any account size and you get 30% off. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.